Welcome back to Classic Film Corner, where we dive into the timeless treasures of cinema's golden age. I'm your host, Holly Lay, and today we're exploring one of the most iconic films of 1939, a year often considered the pinnacle of classic Hollywood, The Women. The Women is a fascinating film for many reasons. Directed by George Cukor, the movie is based on a play by Claire Booth Luce and features an all-female cast. That's right, every character, from the leads to the bit parts, is played by a woman. Even the animals in the film are female. This was a unique selling point for the movie, which boasted 135 speaking roles for women, unprecedented for its time.
To Africa to shoot, Nancy.
As soon as my book's out.
I don't blame you. I'd rather face a tiger any day than the sort of things the critics said about your last book.
But The Women is more than just a gimmick. It's a sharp, witty, and often scathing exploration of gender roles, marriage, and social dynamics among women. The film stars Norma Shearer, Joan Crawford, and Rosalind Russell, each delivering unforgettable performances. Norma Shearer plays Mary Haynes, the seemingly perfect wife, whose life is upended when she discovers her husband is having an affair with a shop girl named Crystal Allen, played by Joan Crawford. The film's plot centers around Mary's navigation of this betrayal and the reactions of the women around her.
May I suggest if you're dressing to please Stephen? Not that one. He doesn't like such obvious effects.
Thanks for the tip. But when anything I wear doesn't please Stephen, I take it off.
Crawford's Crystal Allen is a sharp contrast to Shearer's Mary Haynes. Crystal is ambitious, ruthless, and unapologetically using her looks to climb the social ladder. This role was a significant departure for Crawford, who had previously been known for more sympathetic characters.
Great guns, what are you made up for? The seeing eye?
Better save your cracks for your next book, dear. Well, eat it.
And then there's Rosalind Russell as Sylvia Fowler, the comic relief and gossip monger whose machinations add fuel to the fire of the central conflict. Russell's performance is a masterclass in physical comedy and timing, making Sylvia both insufferable and utterly delightful.
Something that deep has got to have time to taper it off.
Ian,
Mrs. Hayes never listens to any of her friends.
How does she avoid it?
I tell everybody whatever she wants to do is all right by me. I've got to be loyal to Mrs. Hayes, you know. Oh, I'm simply exhausted.
The Women was released in 1939, a year that also saw the release of Gone with the Wind, The Wizard of Oz, and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, among others. Yet despite the stiff competition, The Women held its own, earning praise for its sharp dialogue and strong performances.
Because she's contented to be what she is.
Which is what?
A woman.
And what are we?
Females.
Really?
Critics of the time were impressed by the film's biting humor and the ensemble cast chemistry. Bosley Crowther of the New York Times called it a brilliant comedy, and Variety praised it for its sparkling wit and exceptional cast.
Bring it up, girls! Bring it up! Darling, you're so slim, I could kiss you.
But what makes The Women truly remarkable is its exploration of women's relationships with each other. The film portrays a wide range of female interactions, from friendships to rivalries, from mentorship to betrayal. It delves into the complexities of these relationships with a nuance that was rare for its time.
Well, girls, looks like it's back to the perfume counter for me. And by the way, there's a name for you ladies, but it isn't used in high society, outside of a kennel. So long, ladies. Oh.
The screenplay, written by Anita Loos and Jane Murfin, based on Luce's play, is filled with the witty one-liners and sharp observations about society. The dialogue crackles with energy, making the film as entertaining today as it was over 80 years ago.
Don't dare strike me, I got glasses on! No, you haven't!
But the making of The Women wasn't without its drama. Behind the scenes, there were reports of tension between the stars. Joan Crawford, in particular, was said to have felt overshadowed by Norma Shearer, who was not only the lead, but also the widow of Irving Thalberg, a powerful producer at MGM. This tension reportedly added an extra layer of realism to their on-screen rivalry. Despite, or perhaps because of, these behind-the-scenes tensions, The Women emerged as a landmark film. It demonstrated that a movie with an all-female cast could be a commercial and critical success, challenging the industry's male-dominated narratives.
When one's mind is on one's own business. Of course.
So let's take a step back and delve into the origins of The Women. The film is based on a stage play by Clare Boothe Luce, which premiered on Broadway in 1936. Luce was a remarkable woman, an accomplished playwright, journalist, and later a politician and diplomat. Her play was a satirical look at the lives of wealthy Manhattan socialites, and it became an instant hit, running for 657 performances.
So he says they always expect me home on Easter Sunday. So I said, what do they expect you to do, lay an egg?
The transition from stage to screen involved some significant changes. While the essence of Luce's sharp social commentary remained, the screenplay by Anita Loos and Jane Murfin softened some of the harsher edges to appeal to a wider audience. Nevertheless, the film retained much of the play's biting wit and incisive critique of high society.
I've been saving a good room for you, Mrs. Haynes. It's right this way. I'll have your fitting sent down directly.
The film's director, George Cukor, was known for his skill in working with actresses and bringing out strong performances from his female leads. Cukor, who had been controversially removed from Gone with the Wind earlier in the same year, brought his characteristic attention to detail and actor-focused direction to The Women.
Aren't you? Well, you're getting just exactly what you deserve. And plenty of the girls are tickled to death. I hate you! I hate you!
Cukor's influence is evident in the film's pacing and the depth of the performances. He managed to balance the large ensemble cast, giving each actress her moment to shine, while maintaining a cohesive narrative. The chemistry among the cast members, despite the rumored off-screen tensions, is a testament to his directorial prowess.
I've had 2 years to grow claws, Mother. Jungle Red!
Norma Shearer, who played Mary Haynes, was one of MGM's biggest stars at the time. She was known for her roles in films like The Divorcee and Marie Antoinette, and her involvement in The Women helped draw significant attention to the film. Shearer's portrayal of Mary is both sympathetic and strong, making her character's journey deeply affecting.
Here comes more trouble. Now look, I'm going to hang up and don't you dare call me back here again. Do you understand that? Come in, dear.
Joan Crawford, on the other hand, was trying to reinvent herself. Known for her portrayals of flappers and hard-working young women in earlier films, Crawford saw The Women as an opportunity to play against type. Her Crystal Allen is cunning and manipulative, a character you love to hate. This role marked a turning point in Crawford's career, showcasing her versatility as an actress.
Oh, you go tell them I want my paraffin bath. Now, there's a dear. I'm simply exhausted.
Mrs. Fowler, you've hardly moved a muscle.
Look, whose carcass is this? Yours or mine?
Rosalind Russell, who played Sylvia Fowler, was relatively new to the spotlight compared to Shearer and Crawford. However, her performance in The Women established her as a comedic force to be reckoned with. Russell's physical comedy and impeccable timing brought a lightness to the film, even as her character stirred up trouble.
The sky's so big and blue, and that brick top of his blazing like the bajiggers in the sun. Strong red-headed men are. They just got to get the point.
The rest of the cast is equally impressive, featuring performances by Paulette Goddard, Joan Fontaine, and Mary Boland, among others. Each actress brought something unique to the film, contributing to its rich tapestry of characters.
Hey, wait a minute, you! Hey, you! Wasn't your name Aaron? What's it to you, Mrs. You stay right where you are. Miriam Vanity's Errands is now being renovated. 3 guesses, Mrs. Fowler, who she's going to marry.
One interesting aspect of The Women is its portrayal of female solidarity and rivalry. The film doesn't shy away from showing the darker sides of female relationships, envy, betrayal, and competition. Yet it also highlights moments of genuine friendship and support, creating a balanced and realistic depiction of women's interactions. The Women was not just a commercial success, but also a cultural milestone. It challenged the conventions of its time, offering a story entirely driven by female characters. The film's success proved that audiences were hungry for stories about women, by women, and for women. Over the years, The Women has inspired numerous adaptations and spin-offs, including a 1956 musical version titled The Opposite Sex, and the 2008 remake directed by Diane English. While these adaptations have their merits, none have quite captured the sharp wit and sophisticated humor of the original. The 2008 remake, in particular, struggled to resonate with audiences. Despite a star-studded cast that included Meg Ryan, Annette Bening, and Eva Mendes, the film lacked the biting satire and nuanced characterizations that made the original so special.
Who told you to come in here?
Daddy. He's going to take me home now, and I want to say goodnight.
So why does The Women endure? Perhaps it's the timeless quality of its humor and the universality of its themes. The film's exploration of relationships, identity, and societal expectations remains relevant even decades after its release. It's a film that continues to resonate with new generations of viewers.
I've had 3
Husbands?
kids.
Oh, well, then you're probably very happy.
Good gracious, ma'am. Stopped thinking about being happy years ago.
You don't think about being happy?
It had the time.
The Women is also a testament to the talents of its cast and crew, from George Cukor's deft direction to the outstanding performances by Norma Shearer, Joan Crawford, Rosalind Russell, and the rest of the ensemble. The film is a masterclass in classic Hollywood filmmaking. Thank you for joining me on this journey through one of classic Hollywood's timeless treasures. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more deep dives. And let me know what you would like to learn about next. What film would you like to discuss? Until next time, this is Holly at Classic Film Corner. Stay classy.